Welcome to the latest Morgan Plus 4. The company's most popular model has undergone a number of changes, both visible and under the skin, to ensure it's at the top of its game and so that you'll have an incredible time behind the wheel or simply looking at it. The Plus 4 is Morgan's longest running nameplate. It's one of the longest running in the world, in fact, and with longevity comes evolution. Little tweaks here and there to keep things fresh, relevant and exciting. Morgan's design and engineering teams have been continually refining a recipe that's delighted drivers all over the world for decades. That recipe is something of an antidote to mass-produced motoring. It is obviously unmistakably Morgan. I mean, look at it. And of course, it's handcrafted in Malvern, England. The new Plus 4 comes at a time where Morgan is undergoing change and evolving the way it approaches engineering, quality and approving its cars for more markets overseas. And there's plenty here to get excited about. Let's have a look. Starting at the front, the bit you can see. You'll notice the front wings are new. Check it out. They're made using a new technique that allows a subtle tweak to the form, adding more tension and a more sculpted volume. At the front, you'll also spot a new front splitter and floating number plate plinth. Both of these work together to reduce visual weight and bring your eye line up a little bit. Also, the cowl and the splitter form neatly. This is especially useful for markets that don't necessarily need a front number plate or for owners who perhaps want to put their plate somewhere else, maybe here or here. Who knows? The splitter itself is also painted in matte grey, again reducing that visual weight and bringing your eye line up. It's also a hark back to Morgans of old that had a strong horizontal line beneath the front wings. At the back you'll find a new rear diffuser. Again, this is finished in grey as standard. The new diffuser tidies up the rear with more subtle, soft lighting and lets the number plate seamlessly float. While you're at the back, check out the new Plus 4 logo. There's new lighting technology at either end of the car. Up front, you'll spot brand new 8-inch headlamps, designed by Morgan and built exclusively for the company. They're a little bit bigger than they were before to help keep up with the fact that the Plus 4 itself has grown a touch over its long old lifespan. You'll also spot there aren't separate indicators up there. That's because the new headlights can do two jobs in one. Same back here. New rear lights, again designed by Morgan, built exclusively for the company. Both act as brake lights, as rear lights, but also as indicators. Essentially, the units can do two jobs in one. It also means without those separate indicators, the car looks a little bit cleaner as a result. For fans of looking backwards, the new wing mirrors will catch your eye. Bigger, more stable and easier to move. Again, they're designed by Morgan and are built exclusively for the company. Similarly, inside you'll find a new rear view mirror that's had similar Morgan-designed treatment. It's simpler, looks fresh, and rather crucially, actually works, which, if you're familiar with the old one, you'll know what I mean. Seeing as we're talking about the inside, let's talk about the big news, the Sennheiser sound system. Now, as before, it's lightweight. There are grills hiding speakers all over the cabin. It uses metal surfaces as actuators, and there's smart software making sure it sounds crystal clear. But here, it's louder, it has greater Bluetooth range, and there are bass actuators under each seat, which means not only will you be able to feel your music metaphorically, but if the volume's up loud enough, probably physically too. Perfect if you're going down the motorway and have the roof down. The enhanced system also gets a bright, colourful display for volume, track, skip, pause and all the usual stereo stuff, and you control it from under the dash. In fact, the single driver's information display screen is a little more colourful now. Morgans can have tech, but it doesn't need to be showy here. You won't find an oversized screen bolted to the dash anytime soon. Should the mood take you for an evening drive out, you'll be able to enjoy the Plus 4's new nighttime illumination. What it isn't is a big garish neon strip blinding you as you drive along. What it is designed to gently and softly illuminate the cabin as you go. And also, it works intuitively and not intrusively when you open and close the doors. Aesthetically, the changes are subtle but appropriate. But what about dynamically? The standard suspension's been tweaked with new spring rates and dampers for a smoother ride and enhanced handling, but there's something else for the more spirited driver. For the latest Plus 4, Morgan's introducing an optional dynamic handling pack for drivers who want a little bit more control and greater performance from their car. To do so, Morgan teamed up with industry experts Nitron. What's happened is they've paired a single-way adjustable damper and height-adjustable springs with a rear anti-roll bar that gives greater control, greater feel, and a little bit more edge on the road. Its 2-litre turbocharged 4-cylinder engine is unchanged, suiting the character of the car. Manual cars come with 255 brake horsepower and 258 pound-foot, while 8-speed automatic cars get 295 pound-foot. 0 to 62 miles an hour takes as little as 4.8 seconds in the auto, a touch longer for the manual, and its top speed is a brisk 149 miles an hour. As with its cars, Morgan's quality and production processes are constantly evolving, and the new Plus 4 is the first car to benefit from many of them, with numerous changes under the surface. Too many to cover now, but safe to say they combine to mean the latest model represents the pinnacle of 21st century coach building. The new Morgan Plus 4 is available to order now, and cars will hit showrooms in June 2024. Be sure to get in touch with your nearest Morgan dealer to arrange a test drive and discover more.